Let's talk about the hook. Not the cute first date, not the playlist they made, not the we have so much in common moment. No, the hook. That moment you got emotionally reeled in and didn't even realize it. The moment your brain whispered, "This is it," while your gut whispered, "Run." Because here's the truth. Most people don't get trapped in toxic love because they're weak. They get trapped because someone targeted their need, fed it back to them in the form of connection, and called it fate. Let's break down how they hook you, and more importantly, why you stay hooked. Step 1. They mirror you. Your humor, your trauma, your Spotify. It's not chemistry, it's copy paste. Step 2. They speedrun intimacy. You've known them for 2 weeks and you're trauma dumping on FaceTime. They've already called you their person. You're not soulmates, you're a serotonin project. Step 3. They trigger your need to feel chosen. Not loved, chosen. Big difference. Suddenly you feel seen, not for who you are, but for who you want to be. And that's the hook. Not love, longing. You're not attracted to them. You're attracted to the way they momentarily silence your inner emptiness. Let's zoom in. Why do you let yourself get pulled in? Because it feels good to be chosen, especially when you haven't chosen yourself in a while. You confuse being wanted with being valued. And when someone gives you intense attention, your ego high fives your abandonment wound and calls it a soulmate. It's not your fault. You were conditioned to believe that love should feel like intensity, not intimacy. And when you don't have a blueprint for healthy love, chaotic love feels familiar. Stoicism teaches us the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If your internal world is full of scarcity, your life will be too. You accept crumbs when you're starving, and you call it a feast because you're desperate to believe you've finally found something real. Ever heard of intermittent reinforcement? It's why slot machines work. You don't win every time, but you might. And that maybe keeps you pulling the lever. Toxic people are slot machines in human form. Hot, cold, love, ignore, idealize, devalue. You might get the version of them that loved you last week, and so you stay, hoping, pulling the lever, losing pieces of yourself every time. The worst part? You start blaming yourself for their inconsistency. Maybe if I just love better, they'll come back. That's not love. That's a psychological cage. Now enter Stoicism, the original antidote to emotional illusion. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change." Stoicism isn't about stubbornness, it's about clarity. When someone shows you chaos, believe it. When someone gives you confusion, don't rewrite it as mystery. You can love someone and still recognize that they are not safe for your nervous system. You can forgive someone and still block them. Clarity isn't cold, it's kind. Because the longer you stay hooked to a person who destabilizes you, the more you lose the parts of yourself that could have been building real peace. Unhooking isn't just deleting their number, it's deleting the version of yourself that needed them to feel worthy. Here's what it looks like in real life. You stop chasing closure and start choosing peace. You journal about the pattern, not the person. You stop asking why they hurt you and start asking why you allowed repeated harm. You let go of the fantasy version of them and see the reality that was always there. It's not about becoming emotionally numb. It's about becoming emotionally fluent. Because Stoicism doesn't ask you to feel less, it asks you to see clearer. They hook you by making you feel special fast, but they kept you hooked by keeping you confused slow. You weren't weak, you were just human. You wanted to be loved, so you accepted intensity, drama, and dopamine dressed as intimacy. Now, you see it. The next time someone tries to mirror your wounds and call it magic, pause. Ask yourself, is this real connection or just clever manipulation? Is this love or just a hit of emotional adrenaline? Because the stoic heart doesn't chase validation, it chooses peace. And no one can hook you once you've healed what made you bait.